Last Tuesday afternoon, I sent a notice out to our membership about our 2 new members. I have not received any feedback or anything except positive feedback. So at this point, I would recommend to the board and to our membership that we accept our 2 new members, Don and David. Any objection? Everyone agree? Are we moving forward? Thumbs up, right? Everybody I heard from. So we'll move forward. Now, at this point, I'm going to put something in your mouth. No, I am not going to try to pronounce your last name. I know. That's it. What I'm going to do is, everyone, is I'm going to call Ali up, our AG. Ali joined Rotary in 2007. She served as club president from 2019 to 2020 to the Rotary Club of Palm Harbor, and now serves as our AG to Area 4. Born in Pennsylvania, raised in England. She attended college in Massachusetts and met her husband, Michael, at Martha's Vineyard. They have been blessedly married for a very long time.
Thank you.
I guess we'll scratch the very long time part, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to get technical there. And they have 2 sons and 3 granddaughters. She's Chief Operating Officer of Freight Center, where she's worked for 16 years. At this point, I'll call her up and she'll introduce our district governor.
Spoiler alert, there are sound effects.
Spoiler alert, not from me, just to make that really clear. Well, hello everybody. So great to see all of you, and I am honored to be up here today to introduce you to our governor. Just on a personal note, I've gotten to know her a little bit over the last couple of years. I first saw her and met her at a PETS training in Tarpon Springs, and I'm there as a wide-eyed sort of PE going, what is this district training going to be about? And we're meandering in a big room. No one's really connecting yet, and then all of a sudden this larger-than-life personality walked in, and the whole auditorium went quiet because she started laughing and lit the whole place up and got us going. And I thought, well, that's the woman I want to know. And so I was so honored when she called me this year and asked me to be an AG, because she's fabulous. They picked a great person to be a governor. She's been a great governor. And so, again, she's been my mentor, so I've been thrilled to be able to serve under her. So let me tell you a little bit about Jocelyn. Jocelyn Chapman, I'm going to need these glasses, was born in Greenville, South Carolina, and lived in a wide number of communities in the U.S. and the Caribbean. Jocelyn graduated from Boca Chica High School. Go Pirates!
Go Pirates!
Here we go. In 1976. Earned her AA from Stevens College in 1977, and her BA in Marketing Communications, Public Relations, from the University of West Florida.
Fight, Argonauts, fight!
In 1979. Jocelyn's late father, Bill, was a Rotarian in Winter Park, Florida. Jocelyn started her Rotary career at Rotary Club of Dunedin North in 2004. Career changes prompted her to move to the Rotary Club of Safety Harbor in 2005, where she served as club director and was awarded Rotarian of the Year in 2006. Further career changes led Jocelyn to the Rotary Club of Clearwater in 2008. She served as club director, chair of the annual Kingfish tournament,
Big fish!
club secretary, president in 2013 to 14, chair of the Rotary Foundation Committee with the Rotary Club of Clearwater, earned 100% PHF Club Award, and in June 2016, she received the Herbert G. Brown Service of Rotary Award, clearly an underachiever. Upon retirement from banking and a move to Tarpon Springs in 2016, Jocelyn joined the Rotary Club of Tarpon Springs, serving as executive secretary until 2018 and remains active with club activities. Jocelyn has served as our district as vice chair of 6950 Rotary Foundation Committee, assistant governor of Area 3, district RLI director and RLI discussion leader, district trainer from 2019 to 2021, and is currently as District Governor for 2021 to 22. Jocelyn is a Paul Harris Fellow, Level 2 Major Donor, Paul Harris Society member, and a benefactor to the Rotary Foundation. Jocelyn has been happily married to past District Governor Mike for 41 years. Woohoo! Their life together has taken them to many wonderful places worldwide. She is a proud mom to their sons Ted and Rick. The Chapmans enjoy being grandparents to Wyatt 4, Grace 1, and Elizabeth, just born in March 1st, and baby June, due in June 2022. In her spare time, Jocelyn loves to sail, travel, read, and cook. It is my deepest honor to invite Jocelyn up and have a talk to you. Thank you.
So everyone can see, well, I might have to get Orby a different spot for a moment. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And, okay, Allie's a lot taller than I am. Can everybody online hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, we're good. That's a good thing. Sound check, right? First, thank you for having me. Lunch was delicious. And, you know, an introduction sometimes can get a little long, but the bottom line to all of it is to let you know that I love Rotary. I've done many things in Rotary, but the biggest thing is I have a passion to serve. And that is what we do. I have my father's Rotary pin in my jewelry box because I attended a Rotary Club meeting. Mike can see without wearing glasses. I went to a Rotary Club meeting where Dr. Neil Desai, who was a member of the Rotary Club of Largo for a long time, put on a presentation that was quite detailed, and it was a lunch meeting, about different surgical procedures that he did as an eye surgeon. It is because of 5 of those surgical procedures that Mike went from 2,400 in one eye to 20 happy. And now he can see without wearing glasses. That, folks, is a Rotary moment, because I attended that Rotary Club meeting that day. Mike can see without wearing glasses. I wear my Rotary pin everywhere I go, and it doesn't matter if it's Publix on a Sunday or to church or any place else. I wear my Rotary pin because inevitably there will be somebody who will look at me and say, "What is that round pin?" And I'll say, "Well, that's a Rotary International pin. We're a membership organization that does service." Because, folks, that's what we do. We're a philanthropic membership organization that does service in our world. I've attended many districts' conferences, and I have attended several Rotary International conventions. And at this point, I'd like to introduce Orby. Orby is the mascot for the Rotary International Convention in Houston. So do I.
Wait a second,
No. Tina's got it. So, Orby, past Rotary International Director John Smarge is the chairperson for this Rotary International Convention in Houston. Some of you may remember him. He is a member of the Rotary Club of Naples, Florida, and is in our zone. And so it's with great pleasure that I promised John 2 years ago that I would carry Orby with me, and he would escort me to all of my club visits in the year in which I was governor. So I've held that promise, and Orby sees like an astronaut. He's dressed like, yeah, Houston, right? Launch, Orby, orbits, yeah. Loses something in the translation, I think. If you've not been to a Rotary International Convention, I encourage you to attend this convention in Houston. It's so close. It's right in our backyard. It's easy to get to. And to see every flag from every nation in which a Rotary Club exists parade through a convention of 20 to 40,000 other Rotarians from around the world, be brought up on stage and remain on the stage during the entirety of the convention. Folks, it's a sight to be seen. If you've not joined us before, join us now, please. You know, we as a group of Rotarians are all different types of people, but we have one very common bond, and that's service. That is why we are Rotarians. We help those whom we may never meet. We feed those who are hungry. We help support literacy in an effort to help alleviate poverty. We make the difference in at least one person's life every single day that we are Rotarians. And folks, sometimes it can be as simple as smiling and saying hello to somebody who might not have had that in their day. Or telling them thank you for doing what they're doing to help you at that moment. And make a huge difference in somebody's life, putting a smile on their face. It's one of the things I strive to do every day. Okay, time for the glasses again. It's time for some details. You know, as a district governor, it is so exciting to see all of the things that our Rotarians are doing in our communities. Of course, you are currently under the presidential term of Larry. Larry, you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. David, you're on deck. You are our president-elect, and congratulations. Pets is on the other side of the beginning of March, so you are ready. Thank you for going through that training and for agreeing to serve as your club president. It is such an honor to be a club president. You know, we all keep calendars and things to do lists, because if we don't, I don't know about you, but things just kind of slip through the cracks. Got to keep track of things. And Rotarians in clubs do this through Rotary Club Central. It's a things to do list. It tracks what we do. And y'all have great amounts of things that you do within our district. You track your service projects, you track your membership engagement, and the Rotary Foundation, all of which we thank you for. Currently, you have 19 female members and 20 male members, although as of today, I believe that's 22 now, so 19 and 22. Okay, ladies, come on, let's catch up here, right? You know, when COVID hit, a lot of clubs did what they could to continue, to survive. And I have looked at this year as our year of healing. As our current presidents went through training with me, I asked them to focus on fellowship, service, and fun, because I knew it was going to be a healing year. And if we can focus on those things as we continue to live our Rotarian lives, we will grow. By doing more, we will grow more. And it's happening right here. And just to give you an idea, in 2017-18, this club contributed in excess of $28,000 to service projects and had $3,000 in goods and services donated. That's amazing. You need to congratulate yourself. In that year, you also had 251 persons who volunteered for over 1,500 hours of community service. Wow. Now, there's another thing that is very near and dear to my heart, and that's our Rotary Foundation. This club, since its charter in January of 1947, are you checking my numbers there, Tom? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Rotary Foundation donations from this club, $585,572. Wow. Y'all make a difference. You have 28 Paul Harris Fellows, and 36 of your members contribute to our Rotary Foundation. Thank you. Thank you for supporting our Rotary Foundation. You've had contributions to Polio Plus and to our annual fund already this Rotary year. And as with most clubs, a lot of clubs send in those monies towards the end of the year. Please remember Polio Plus and our Rotary Foundation in your final distribution of fundraisings during the year. And speaking of that, you had your triathlon, which was hugely successful. We've heard about it at many different club visits. And, you know, I think that's because all of the Dunedin group and all of Area 4 works so well together. Everybody kind of helps each other, and you work together. And I thank you for that. I think my notes said you earned in excess of $21,000. Does that sound about right? Yeah. Wow, congratulations. When we're just coming back. That's amazing. It is truly amazing. And I thank you for your efforts. Now, you know, the clubs that play together stay together, right? So socials is another big point. I think one of the most interesting ones that I saw was the 40th anniversary of the Honeymoon Islands that you helped to celebrate on November 30th. Tom Duggar, Dave Eggers, thank you. Great job for bringing to light the celebration of having Honeymoon Island. Then, of course, there's the holiday festivities and the holiday tour of lights that you did. And, you know, it doesn't surprise me that, again, Tom and Wendy were a part of that. Wendy, Hardy, you know, this is not a big surprise.
It's my surprise face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the surprise face. When you do socials, you come together. You went to Clear Sky with all of the Rotary clubs here in Dunedin. You know, you just work together and you play together. Now for the working part. Your service to our community is amazing. You have 50% of your fundraising goes towards scholarships. Thank you. Literacy is at the forefront of your club's focus. Pat, thank you for keeping that focus going. Because if we can help children read and do basic math, we can help to alleviate poverty in some of our communities. And that is huge. The homeless and its empowerment program now, as opposed to the other, Wendy and Tom Murphy again, you do a lot to help those in need. That one was at Thanksgiving time, and you also worked in conjunction with the Belize Water Project was also finished in this Rotary year, I understand. That as a global project is great. Clean water and sanitation, it is such a big area of focus for Rotary. The Peace Pole. Beverly Fisher, thank you so much. Bravo. The Peace Pole, to understand the history behind and the coming together of all of the Rotarians in this area to erect the Peace Pole and have it in our community. The concept of it, to stop and focus on the good things that we do, on the good in people. If we can focus on that good, we have a better chance of finding peace in our world and in our communities. And I thank you for that. Rotary pickup and cleanup on the causeway. The Dunedin High School Interact came back in January. You've continued to support the process, kept their charter going, and as we're coming back, that's truly an important part of being Rotarians. I could keep going and going and going, and I'm not sure I would even cover a tenth of what it is that you truly do. But I thank you, and it's important that you, the Rotarians of the Rotary Club of Dunedin, understand how impactful you are with your service in our communities and our district. Thank you. Now we've got to work on some dates because we have some fun stuff coming up. On April 8th, 9th, and 10th, we have our Rotary District Conference. Now, as with Wendy, this should not come as a big surprise that when it's my turn to be district governor, that I might come up with a different idea and have my team buy into it. So we're taking Rotary on the road. And as you're leaving the meeting today, please look at the back of my Volvo because I've got a window wrap on there that says Rotary on the road. We are bringing our Rotary Conference, District Conference, to the Rotarians. We will be in the northern area of our district on Friday afternoon, the 8th of April. We'll be at Liberty Park in Inverness from 3:30 to 7:30. We're going to have lots of fun. We have music. We have great speakers lined up. We have fun and fellowship. And on Saturday, we're going to do a similar program at the Rotary Pavilion on State Road 52. And on Sunday, we'll be right here in Pinellas County at Eagle Lake Park in Largo. All of them are very close proximity. Now, this district conference, again, it's just a little different. We're asking, it's not me, we're asking that every Rotarian register for at least one of the days to come and see our Rotary Showcase and hear our great speakers, including our Rotary International President's representative. A 4-hour gig on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. The Rotarians who register, the fee is $25. If you are a new Rotarian from July 1 to current, it's free. It's free. But we still need you to register. Now here's the other key. We also need you to invite all your friends and family, your nieces and your nephews, your cousins, your neighbors, your friends, city councilmen, county commissioners, mayors,
Former mayors.
Please register, and the entrance fee for everybody else is 3 pounds of canned protein. Because folks, it's also going to be a service project. And food banks are notoriously low on protein. And children need protein to learn. See, it's all wrapped together. So fellowship, service, and fun. 3 pounds of canned protein. We're going to have local food banks on hand to take that back. And that is our district conference. So please join us. Registration is open now.
Don't forget the cornhole games.
Oh, yes. We have games, we have music, we have speakers. We'll have a Rotary Showcase where district and global grants are going to be highlighted, static displays, so that those who do join us can learn more about what it is we do here in Pinellas County and in the other counties. It is wheelchair friendly, so come on out and join us.
And as head of our southern one, I was chosen to help that committee. A little challenge out there. The northern group is getting a little sassy about having more people registered. So I need area 4 people to get in there and register. And ours is going to be a little bit different too. We're focusing on the clubs down here at Eagle Lake Park. So we're going to be honoring you guys and all the work you've done. We're going to have scavenger hunt. We're going to have 50-50. We're going to have lots of fun. But get on there and register because I don't want to listen to those AGs up north telling me that we can't get
There's just a little competition.
Little competition going on.
What a surprise. Yay! Yes, sassy. That's a good word for it. And then on Friday, June 3rd, we're going to have our annual District Awards banquet. We are going to have this at the City Center in Tampa on the 8th floor of the Urban Building on Kennedy across from West Shore. Attached to that same building is a Marriott Portfolio Hotel, and we have arranged for rooms for $139 a night. Great price. Friday, June 3rd, cocktails begin at 6, dinner begins at 7, dinner and awards. And, you know, that's going to be a lot of fun. It's Rotary casual, or Rotary sassy casual, I think is what we decided on. And people are asking, well, why are we going to Tampa for a district awards banquet that is...
Governor, why are we going to Tampa for the district awards banquet?
Because Orby asked for a short commute to Tampa International Airport on Saturday the 4th as we launch to Houston. I hope you'll join us for all of our events, upcoming and in the future. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? Does anybody? No questions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Tom.
I have 2 questions. I'll be concise.
Okay.
First, in your family, who has the last word? Second question, I happen to know both of you quite well, so I've often wondered who has the last word. And the second question is, there is no organization that's the same as it was on January 1st, 2020. Us included, Mark Club and others. Can you give us a brief outline of what you see relative to Rotary International and what you see going forward?
I see adaptation. I think, if anything, we have all learned how to adapt and survive. I think that hybrid meetings are probably going to go well into the future because, quite frankly, we can access and tap into more people by having hybrid meetings. How often were you stuck at the office and you couldn't get away from the desk, but you could dial in for 45 minutes and still be a part of your club for that week? So I think that's one of the changes. In that, some of the Rotary International expenses have been drawn back a little bit because they're not having to travel. None of us we don't have to travel as far anymore. There are some things that just are better when we have face-to-face communication. And I think that those events should and will continue, although in some circumstances, we will offer hybrid events when possible. I think adaptability and flexibility are two of the big things, Tom. Mike, you were going to add something, I think.
I answer the last word.
I am, first question first, Tom. Jocelyn is the best dead reckoning navigator I have ever worked with in Salem. So if she tells me to go right, I'm gonna go right. That's just, that's a good boy.
41 years.
On the other question, there's something that happens every single year in Evanston, Illinois. It's called the
Council on Legislation.
Council on Legislation. It's a collection of delegates from every Rotary district around the world, 535 of them, who listen to, read, study, talk to the members in their districts, and come back and vote on proposed changes to the Rotary Constitution and bylaws. District Governor Tim Schuler, our district legal advisor and delegate to the Council on Legislation, is in Evanston right now at that meeting. So he'll come back with some of the things that are proposed, and the clubs will get to vote on whether or not they're going to accept those into the Constitution. One of the things that came out a couple of years ago, and I want you to go to Rotary.org and that little search engine up there, type in the words Impact Club. Impact Club, IMPACTCLUB. There's a type of Rotary Club that was created and is authorized that has no meetings. These folks are a task force group who can either be a satellite of another club or a standalone club, and they charge dues, and they just do service projects. So that's one of the innovations that Rotary is trying to come across, and there are as many other kinds of innovations that are happening as you can imagine. Some of them are really good, some are out of this world, but one of those that we're actually working on is developing an impact club option in this district in the next years.
Yeah. So I think flexibility and adaptability, and looking at things differently. And if you want to change something within your club, try it for a while. And if it works, then you can change your bylaws. Yeah.
Does anyone know, was there a Ukrainian Rotary Club, and are we in contact with them?
The question was, are there Rotary clubs in the Ukraine? And the answer is yes. We had many and have many Rotary clubs in the Ukraine. And they are still working diligently to help those in need. They have access to Rotary disaster relief grants from Rotary International, from the foundation. and the clubs and districts within the Ukraine can get up to $50,000, and it's a quick process. The surrounding countries that are also helping in the exodus are able to apply for and receive $25,000 disaster relief grants in order to help get what is needed on the ground right there. They have a great supply chain, and our donations to the disaster recovery grant process is very easily done on Rotary.org, and those monies will be made available for that. So.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Any other questions? Orby would like to thank you. He's usually not this active, but he just had to say thank you so much for hosting us today.
If you come here, please.
I understand there's a book.
The book.
The
This
book.
is the book this week.
It looks like a fun book.
It's a fun book. It's going to an
Luna loves art.
elementary school in our community. And Jocelyn, if you would please sign that, and underneath it, write your Rotary.
I would love to. Thank you.
With these books, it's important for kids to know who these people are that sign these books, because they're important folks. So if the person doesn't put on there what they do, I usually add that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for supporting literacy.
As you mentioned, Joe, a number of you probably recognize some of the projects that our club has done the past year, or a little bit into the year prior. All right,
Yeah,
thank
you
you.
gotta have to.
Just for the people that are on, especially the screen.
I just want to thank everybody for all the work you've done in the projects we've done this year so far. We're going to list out, I gave them a list of small projects they've done. They also went to the website. I see in full time additional information about some of the projects we've done. But I just want to thank everybody else, because it's everyone's worked hard on the projects that we've done, and especially the triathlon. Almost the entire club comes out to that one. I know it's an early start for everybody, but that has been such a great event, and it's passing with all the grief and the cancellations we had to do, and the community support for the racers that came out. And then the thing about it was so interesting with the registration fees that we charged. We still raised, I think the people donated additional monies to our organization above the registration fees. And that was just people who made individual donations to the club themselves. The racers donated, I think it was like around $1,500 of racers donated themselves up above the registration fee that they paid.
That's great.
Just to show the support and how long this race has been.
How many days to the next triathlon? Oh, thanks for asking.
I don't want to know yet, because I'll stay up all night. With the triathlon is starting to get more and more active. The race management company, they do the paperwork for us, and that's pretty much where we still are.
What's the date again?
May 22nd.
Thank you.
Sunday morning, bright and early, Bushy-tailed. Our favorite place, Honeymoon Island
Before
State Park.
dawn.
But at that point, I just want to thank everybody.
Larry, I think you're on mute. I just got a message from one of the folks. No.
Yep, it's still on. How to speak up.
Okay.
Now, at this point next week, oops, sorry, I turned the page there too early. We're going to have a program organizing and keeping order by Cora Brooks. And we'll be doing the presentation for that one, introducing. Now, for announcements. Any nonprofits, as you know, they're looking for monies or help. Our deadline is the 31st. That is this week. So if you know of anybody else, reach out to them. Tell them to support the documentation to us. It's not going to get grants grant, it's only a one-page document. So if you know any of the nonprofits, please reach out to them. The clock is ticking. David Sheeler, how about invocation? Is your list building up for the next round?
Yeah, you're gonna list with me. I need somebody for next week if you're interested. I definitely have some dates to make.
So there you go. We still have one more opening for this next quarter. Now I'm going to throw this out there just like I did last week. For the board, still looking for a treasurer. So if anybody wants to volunteer, let us know. We're outsourcing it to a bookkeeping company now, so most of the accounting work is going to be done by them, but we still got to have a go-between. And as we already mentioned, pay per year, which has already been mentioned, we have the district conference party coming up on April 10th. I'm putting together now all the projects, everything we've done, the service projects. I'm going to provide that to everyone to take a look at and see if I missed anything. Because I think we have between 10 to 15 committees. I've forgotten how many we have. But all the committees have been busy. They've all been doing work. They've already had great projects and things coming up. I can't give out any names yet because we have to go through Formal College Education Foundation, but we have selected the 4 students that can receive, let's see, 3 of the students can receive a $5,000 scholarship. And right now, Rita Rylock, did I pronounce that correct? We're starting up the next term for her student that she would normally select because she always gets the cream of the crop for a $10,000 scholarship. That's starting over again this year. Yes, Melba. But the students, if we have selected them, we just got to do the paperwork now for the rest. At this point, is there any other announcements? Yes, sir.
I'm not one to trade in rumors, but Sue Carson in Tarpon Springs and Gary Coughlin in Dunedin North are walking around the county saying that they're going to be the very best, their clubs are going to have the very best cornhole teams at the district conference. So bring it, folks.
The lightweights. Oh, excuse me. Gary, get down here.
Just saying.
They wait their back.
Yeah, we're the silent deadly type. All right, at this point then, everyone would please stand. You'll join for the 4-way test. 4-way test. Things say you do. First.
Is it true?
Second.
Is it terrible concern?
Third.
Will it build goodwill?
And fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And is it fun?
Yes.
At this point, thank you, everyone. We are adjourned.
I'm going to say goodbye now.